Hi, my name is Risque, and welcome to my corner of the earth and to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube video. I'm finally here. I've been saying this for years and I haven't done it, and here I am years later doing it. This is the channel where I'll be sharing my artistic learning with you guys. And I'm a full-time art teacher by day who just developed this cozy little hobby, crochet. That's helped me craft calm in my life, my chaotic life, because my life is very chaotic as a teacher, and it's helped me craft calm amongst the chaos in my life, and I want to share my journey with you guys and do that with you. Hopefully help you craft calm in the chaos of your life too. But first, I wanted to kick off my channel by doing a little get to know you video so that we can be acquainted with each other. I want you guys to know me, like an authentic version of me, not just like what you see. I want you to know me, like, and know what I mean is what I say sometimes. Sometimes I just say it out of rage. Most of the time it's true. Anyway, so I curated a list of questions that I want you guys to know about me. And while I'm answering these questions, I'm going to be finishing up this bandana. If I get done with the bandana before I answer all the questions, I got my handy dandy crochet bag over there with a lot of projects. My birthday is coming up and I got to create at least 81 squares to make this dress. Be with me. The first question that I have is, what's one quirky habit that I have? Okay, I make a lot of weird noises and I make a lot of weird faces. So when I mess up, and I'm sure you guys will see it because I do it like I can't control it. When I mess up, I'll go, Aah! Yeah, that's my mess up sound. When I'm happy, I'll just go, that's my happy sound. And my faces, my happy face or my sad face. I do it all the time, unintentional. I do it even when I'm teaching and my students are like, Miss M, you're so funny. I'm just like, I'm not trying to be. It's just my weird quirk that I have that I cannot control. Another weird quirk that I have, I carry around dolls for like emotional support. So my newest one is this Totoro that I got from the Arkansas Anime Con. I'm from Arkansas, by the way, and I teach Mississippi. But yeah, I carry this guy around, and I associate it with a person, particularly my partner. So his name is Justuro, because my partner's name is Justin. So this is Justuro. This is Justin when he can't be with me. And that's another quirk that I have. A small victory that I've celebrated recently. I recently celebrated getting my teacher's license. I am certified in both Mississippi and Arkansas, and so I am proud of that. I am very proud of myself. I haven't like really celebrated it yet, but like I'm very proud of myself, and I intend to celebrate all of my accomplishments on my birthday. If I could have any superpower, what would it be and why? Invisibility, because I want to prank people. I want to move stuff and be like, oh my god, it's a ghost. Or like pants people. I'm so childish. I'm so sorry, but I am. I'm so childish. Like, just pants my enemies and prank my enemies, which I don't have a lot of enemies to my knowledge. And if I do, I never address them. So another one would be teleportation, because I would like to be able to travel without having to spend money to travel. What's a song that puts me in a good mood? I don't have a particularly one song that puts me in a good mood all the time because I listen to so many different genres. I listen to J-pop, K-pop, R&B, neo soul, hip hop. I listen to everything. So, one album that particularly lifts me up whenever I am in a rut or in a bad mood is the Forest in the City album. Like when my soul is hurting and I need a little bit of healing, that is my healing album. Specifically, the song Everything Will Be Alright. Umi, that's the artist. If I'm going through a breakup, I will listen to the song Not About You by Junie, which I haven't been through a lot of breakups because I haven't dated a lot of people. What's one thing I'm genuinely proud of myself for accomplishing? Getting my teacher's license. Being able to provide for myself, making sure all my bills are paid on time, and being able to cook for myself and make sure that I'm staying alive and staying healthy. I'm very proud of myself for that. What's the most unusual thing I've ever eaten? An unagi, and I was really afraid to try because I have a lot of food allergies, and one of those allergies was like seafood. But I recently went and they told me, "Oh, you're good to eat it now." So, but yeah, and I was really afraid to eat it at the time because I thought, "Oh my god, I could die." My partner at the time was like, "No, it's fresh water eel. It's not from the ocean." I said, "Okay." So I tried it, and nothing happened because I'm still here, and it was really delicious. I really liked it. What's the most unusual thing you've ever? We just did that one. What's a valuable lesson you've learned in the last year? In the last 2 years, I got back on the dating scene after finishing my master's degree. And the most valuable lesson I've learned in that regard is that just because they text you all the time doesn't mean that they actually like you. Sometimes the person that doesn't text you all the time, but he or she listens to you with intention and has an intentional conversations with you is the person that you should go with, not someone that just strokes your ego to stroke their own ego. Okay. If I could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would I go? To the Great Wall. I want to see the Great Wall of China. Like that's something I have to see before I die. And when I was younger, I did a project on the Great Wall of China in second grade. And I was really obsessed with Mulan at the time, but my teacher had us pick a country and do a project on that country. And I did mine over the Great Wall of China. And I did like a lot of research. Me and my mom did, and she helped me construct the poster and all that. And I really was obsessed with the Great Wall for a long time. So, and like the history that it holds. So yeah, I want to see that. I want to see the Great Wall. But some other countries that I'd like to visit is Africa, specifically like doing an ancestry test and finding out which country that my ancestors came from and visit that country to see, kind of what the homeland looks like. And also, I would like to visit Mexico, and Japan, and South Korea. What's your favorite way to unwind after a long day? It really depends on what type of weather it is outside. I hate the summer, so I don't go outside a lot in the summer. I hate summer so much, like with a passion, y'all, with a passion. It's too hot, you get sweaty, and people stink. Not for me. I don't like it. I'm ready for winter. For summer, it's if I'm working, because this past summer I worked summer school and I taught art during summer. It was mostly coming home, sitting, taking a shower, cleaning my house, sitting on the couch, and creating something. And during the summer, I was working on a lot of like sculpting with clay and crochet because I had a crochet market to go to and sell my items at. And so, yeah. In the winter, it looks different. It's me wearing my favorite sweater. It's going outside because I love the winter. It's my favorite season. It's going outside, looking at the gloomy sky and journaling and walking around the fields somewhere and just really enjoying like hearing the cold air and coming back inside and unthawing and eating a nice, beautiful, warm soup. I'm sitting on the couch, I'm all cozy and I'm crocheting and I'm just really reflecting a lot on life and living in the stillness of life at that time. Because in the winter, everything is so still and quiet, and it helps me quiet my thoughts. It helps me recenter. What's a skill you're currently trying to learn or improve? Well, I want to be a polyglot, so I'm trying to improve and learn different languages. My boyfriend is Mexican, so he is going to help me learn Spanish. And I mean, like, I know a little bit of Spanish, but I can't always find the appropriate response for things. I can understand what they're saying, but I can't always like respond appropriately, and it brings me a lot of anxiety. And I just want to learn better, especially because I want to go to Mexico, specifically Frida Kahlo's house. Gotta go see that girl's museum. Gotta go see her art. Okay, help me with that. But also, I have been learning of my own Korean and Chinese and French, I want to say. And those languages are hard. But Chinese, like, I have a friend from China and he helps me with Chinese and I help him with English. I've been really just learning Korean on my own. It's a struggle. And French, like French in itself, oh my gosh, it's so hard. That's the one that I'm like, no. With Korean and Spanish, I feel a little bit more comfortable. And Chinese sometimes. It's just like the tones in Chinese kills me. What's my go-to comfort food? I'm from the South, so my favorite comfort food is neck bones and potatoes. My favorite meal. And when I told my boyfriend that, he was like, what the heck is that? Because, he is from California. He's just like, I don't know what that is. And I'm just like, okay, when you come and visit, I'm just gonna have to show you what neck bone potatoes are, because it's my favorite meal and it's what I like to eat on my birthday. It's like usually my birthday meal. So also I really love collard greens and hog mogs too. Because I mean you can't have the collard green without the hog mogs, because you gotta use the hog mogs to season the collard greens and cornbread. Gotta have the cornbread. Is there a cause or topic that you're really passionate about outside of my channel's niches? Proper representation in film and media. I don't like that most of the time in the film industry they write people of color as a monolith or just like a disposable side character. I don't like that. So that's why I want to be a writer, specifically a screenwriter, to better write people of color. And of course, I'm not one of those people that's like, I can tell you about Chinese culture. I can tell you about Japanese culture, because I'm not Japanese, I'm not Chinese. So I can't tell you to a T about their culture, but I can tell you about Black people because I'm Black. I'm very open-minded in that sense. Like, I want to collaborate with a bunch of different people of color who are creatives to create something that touches all of our communities in a way that will uplift them and spark change and creativity. The best piece of advice I've ever received. There are two best pieces of advice, maybe three, that I've ever received in my life from my family. I consider my family to be a very wise family. A lot of people always tell me, you're really wise for your age, but it's because of the way that I was brought up in my family. So one thing that I consider the best advice is whenever I was having a existential crisis in college and I didn't know where to go spiritually. And if you're not a spiritual person, you can skip past this part of the video. But I was in college and I learned that pieces of the Bible had been like taken out, put in, rearranged. And for me, that sent me into disarray, because I was a person who thought things were supposed to be one way or the other. Again, I grew up in Arkansas. I'm in the Bible Belt. Everybody is very religious down here. Almost 99% of people are some type of Christian. Okay? Some type of Christian. Whether it's Jehovah's Witness, whether it's Mormon, whether it's Baptist, whether it's Pentecostal, they Christian in some way down here. Okay? And I was sent into disarray because I didn't know that. And I was always taught that you live by the Bible, you do by the Bible, right? And so for me, I was sent into disarray because I was just like, wow, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know how to lead my life anymore. And I remember I had a conversation with my mom about it because I was visiting during one time on a weekend or during a it's probably just a weekend visit. And I asked my mom, I said, Mom, I'm kind of lost. I don't know what to believe in anymore because I found out, X, Y, and Z. And she told me that I should believe in God and put my faith in God and put my trust in God because no matter what man tries to misconstrue, God is always still the same God. You should believe and you should trust in Him and build a rapport with Him, build a connection with Him, so that you know when God is leading you in your life. And wow, that changed my perspective so much. And I started to know myself more in a spiritual sense after that. Became more spiritual. And I'm also religious. So I'm spiritual and religious. And I can't say that I live by the Bible to a T because I don't. But I do believe in God and I have a really great relationship with Him. And I talk to Him every day. Second good piece of advice that I've learned is from my dad. My dad primarily took care of us as kids while my mom works due to some circumstances in our family. And the best advice that I received from my dad was that you should always be able to adapt and adjust to things in life. Life is all about adjusting and adapting because things always change. Always. Everything's always constantly changing. It's not about whether things change. It's about if you can adapt to that change and how quickly you can adapt to that change. Because if you decide that you want to be depressed about something for 4 to 5 years, you will have wasted the time that you could have been doing something productive to change your situation in a way that you want it to go. So just be open and be adaptable. That's the thing that I learned from my dad. And I have plenty of other good advice from like other members of my family, like my grandparents, or like some teachers and mentors. But I'm just gonna leave it at those two and keep going. So this video won't be longer. One of my favorite memories from my childhood was visiting my grandmother's house during the summer because my cousins would be there on my dad's side. They would be there and we all grew up together and we all consider each other to be basically brother and sister because we grew up together. We struggled together. We did a lot of things together. We played together, we ran together, we enjoyed the sun, we enjoyed the smell of the rain in the summer together, but also spending time with my cousins on my mom's side because we all lived in that same small town. And we went to school together and we just really embraced one another in the time that we have with one another because we knew eventually we won't have this time with each other, that life will come and pull us apart and put us in different directions or put us in different mindsets or different situations. And so that's one of my favorite memories is spending time with my cousins and spending time with my grandparents and just my family in general. If I could be any fictional character, who would I be? Urza from Fairy Tale, because she's very strong. She's very powerful. Like, just imagine being a woman that is up to par with all the men in her guild. Like, nobody ain't gonna touch her. Talking, what? You say, huh? Oh, okay. Pow! Type of thing. And I would also like to be Lucy because I'm a writer. It's like Lucy. And I really enjoy how cute and feminine she is. And I think as African American women, we don't always get to embrace how cute or feminine we can be. And so I've kind of found that through watching Fairy Tale and just observing Lucy, and she kind of inspired me to be a lot more feminine than what I was before and embrace my femininity. So, and my last question is, what's one thing I'm passionate about that might surprise people? Proper representation, like I was explaining earlier. Like, a lot of people are very shocked. They're like, oh my god, because I'm a very quiet and reserved person. So a lot of people think that I don't have much to say or that I don't have much in my head, which is actually the opposite. I have a lot to say. I have a lot more to say, but I don't. Okay, well, I do in proper situations. And another thing is writing, how passionate I am about writing. Like, I am so passionate about writing and like character development and like the proper usage of like things that should be in a scene and how to develop a budding romance. Like, me and my siblings talk about this all the time, like specifically Naruto. And don't get me started on Bleach, y'all. Get me started on Bleach. We'll talk about that later. Okay, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, people are generally surprised how passionate I am about that, because when I'm passionate about something, I'm just like really like vocal and in your face about it. Those are other questions that I have. I wanted you guys to get to know me a little more. I know this video is crazy long, but I wanted you guys to get to know me, and this is where I got on this beautiful bandana that will eventually be for sale. She's cute. I like the little ruffle edges. But yeah, I had a fun time answering these questions for you guys. And I know I was crocheting most of the time, but I still had a fun time. And now I want to hear from you guys. I want you to leave a comment below, answer any one of the questions that I answered in the video, or just tell me something interesting about yourself, whatever you want. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you want to see the rest of the content I'm going to post on this channel, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be quirky. It's going to be weird, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. All right. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. See you in the next one. Bye. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to come back on and show you guys the finished product and how cute it is. Look at it. It's so adorable. It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay. Now I'm gone for real. Sorry. Bye.